Hello and welcome to our podcast with your girl Kubi Springer. Today I'm talking to not one but two amazing women, and when I tell you this episode is a goodie, we're going to be talking about what does it mean to be a woman in business. We're going to be talking about their journeys starting from nothing to becoming something. So much courage that takes, and we're going to be talking about what does it mean when we say success leaves succession.
I'm grateful for the difficult times, because when they say that difficult times make strong men or strong women.
Your net worth is your network. Do whatever it takes to make those dreams come true. Never surrender, never keep your dreams on hold, because there's no better day to start your dream than today.
If I had received money from my divorce, I wouldn't be where I am today.
All of that in today's conversation. Let's check it out. Hello and welcome to our podcast with your girl Kubi Springer. Today I'm sitting down with not one but two amazing women. Ladies, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Kubi, it's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for having us on this incredible show, the Aura Skypool podcast show.
How beautiful.
Incredible location.
Breathtaking.
The best ever.
I feel like I'm in heaven.
It's so beautiful. Sometimes I have to pinch myself, ladies, and I'm like, oh, this is my job. It's so beautiful
Seriously.
being here. Have you been to Aura before?
Yes, but during the day, and I have to say this time of the day is incredible.
Absolutely.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. The sunrise up here is priceless. I don't think you get this view anywhere else in the world.
Absolutely. Now, before we get into it, obviously, I want everybody to know, I know who you beautiful ladies are, but let's start with you, Lara. Tell everybody who you are.
So basically, I'm Lara Tabet. For those that don't know me, I'm originally Lebanese, born and brought up in Dubai, a hotelier by profession, majored in hospitality management in Switzerland for many years, and then ventured into the world of television, TV presenter for over 10 years, conducted 7,000 interviews with celebrities from all around the world, and then got into luxury brands. So today I represent some of the top brands from different parts of Europe, and I do quite a bit of charity work with different organizations around the world, as well as sitting on the boards of different fashion councils around the world, organizing different fashion weeks.
That's beautiful. And I want to get into all the philanthropy that you do, all the fashion that you do, and I'll get into that in a moment. What about you, gorgeous? Tell us who you are.
So my name is Stefania Gatto. I am Italian. I live in Dubai for 12 years. When I came here, I was a broke single mom. And thanks to this city, thanks to the vision, thanks to incredible support women, I was able to build an international business. Today, I would say I'm an entrepreneur. I have different income streams, and was very blessed to invest in real estate as well when I just moved here. And I just love to empower women. I love to help women and show that it's possible to change your life.
It is possible. You've mentioned, both of you, that you've been able to achieve phenomenal things. Let's just start with, what did it take? What did the journey look like? And really, kind of those key moments where you said, okay, I've made another step. I've made another step. Let me start with you, Lara.
Well, my turning point was the day I received that phone call from the first English language TV station that was opening up in Dubai, wanting to open up in TV. Me being a hotelier by profession, I thought they had the wrong number. I said, I think you've got the wrong number. And I hung up. They called again. And they're like, no, everybody's giving us your name. We're looking for a TV presenter here in Dubai. I said, but I have no clue about the world of television. They're like, why don't you come in for a casting and then you take it from there? Spoke to my husband. He took me down for a casting. My father was completely against it at that time, because my family are pretty well known here in the region, and getting into the world of television is not something that he had planned for me. So I went in for a casting a few years later, had a few shows of my own, and it's history ever since. I got into television. I was asked to co-host and make movies with Adam Sandler and different celebrities from around the world. Then I got into the luxury brands. Then I got into the charity work. So it's just been a magical ride. It's just been a magical journey. But of course, it takes a lot of hard work, determination, perseverance. You've got to be on top of it day and night. Yeah. You've got to breathe it, live it, to make it a success.
It's so important, isn't it? Those moments, I call them those crossroad moments. Yes. That phone call for you was a crossroad moment.
Absolutely.
You either said yes and leaned in, or if you hadn't, maybe your path had gone somewhere else.
Totally.
What about for you? What was that crossroad moment?
So for me, because I came from a wealthy family, I was married to my high school sweetheart, and I never had to worry about money. I was just a mom until divorce came. 36 years old, my curriculum was empty, not famous TV star or nothing. So for me, it was like, okay, what am I going to do now? The bank takes my home, my cars, everything. And I'm like, okay, you need to come out and do something. You need to change your life. So I remember people told me, come to one of those events of network marketing, and I didn't believe in it. Everybody was against it, my friend, my family, everybody. And I thought, you know what? Even though you want me to stay in this marriage, it was an abusive marriage and, very, very difficult. And even though I will go on my own and I will show you that I can do it. And I remember watching a picture on Instagram of this little lion looking in the mirror, little cat looking in the mirror and sees a lion. My name is Stefania, the cat. Okay, so all my life, kitten, meow, meow, and I'm so small. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to become a lioness for my boys. It's the lioness who goes hunting and feeds them, right? So I take that decision. Of course, from taking the decision and become successful took 2 years of hard, persistent work, going against everybody, crying. I used to travel through Italy with my luggage and go from event to event of event. I had blisters in my hands because the luggage are so big and I love clothes and shoes. And I had to sell stuff online in order to make ends meet. Sometimes I had difficulties to go to the supermarket because my family turned against me for a while. Not out my house, but at the time, they. So I think I'm grateful for the difficult times. Because when they say that difficult times make strong men or strong women, if I had received money from my divorce, I wouldn't be where I am today.
That's so beautiful. The thing I'm hearing from both of you is when your family tells you, don't do it, and you do it anyway. I mean, I have one of those crazy stories. My family said, why are you coming to Dubai? What are you doing? And I was like, I'm doing it anyway. Now, years later, looking back at that, we can say it with a laugh and a giggle, but that moment's tough.
Yeah.
What did you have to do or how did you deal with that moment where Dad was saying, don't do TV, and your family said, I'm not paying you any money?
Yeah.
How did you deal with that? I'll start with you, Liz.
It was really hard. I mean, my dad didn't speak to me for a while, and that's hard to have the silent treatment from your dad. But I said to myself, I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to hang in there, and I'm going to prove to him that this decision that I've taken is definitely worthwhile. And I remember one day I was interviewing one of his very close friends, a very influential man from the UAE, and I called him after. I couldn't wait actually to get home to call him to tell him that I just conducted an interview with your best friend, who's the most influential man in the UAE. And when I said that, when I called him and I said that, he goes, would you like to come over for coffee? And I was like, he's actually inviting me over for coffee. And I went over for coffee and I said, look, Dad, I didn't do it to displease you. I didn't want to go against the family rules. I know you've worked a lifetime to build your reputation here in Dubai, and you're a very influential personality, but I'm doing this for me because that's where my passion lies. And that's the career path I want to follow. Yes, I did study hotel management. I love working in the hospitality industry because I am a people's person, and no 2 days are the same. Every day was so much fun. Oh my God, like going into the office every single day was amazing. It was something you look forward to. I said, but this is where I really enjoy my time and I enjoy what I'm doing. So he finally understood and he accepted it, and he supports me until today. He's been my backbone. Him and my husband have both been my rocks and have helped me achieve everything that I've achieved so far.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to win the family around after making a decision?
I remember when I first made my first check of $10,000, my dad told me, let's see for how long. I think to the point I had to make my first $1 million, then my father began to talk to me. So he was very tough. He always said, it's going to fall apart. It's not going to work. So for my dad, money talks. So it was more the money I was making that convinced him. But I have to say also, I'm grateful that he came against me because I love challenges. And when they all told me it's not going to work, that's when I decided I will make it work. So I think, again, if I had the help and the support, I wouldn't be where I am today. By the way, also my brother, he told me, I'm not going to allow you to speak to anybody we know in common. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to enter to my house. And guess what? My brother is getting married in my mansion here in Dubai now.
Oh my God, that is so beautiful. I love that. I love that.
And then my dad, he loves business, and there's this famous magazine in Italy. And when he read this article about me in, business women and all that, he was like, I can't believe it. How did you do it? You didn't even know how to open a bank account. I said, well, when you're challenged, you need to learn stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's talk about one of the things that I think is the most important strategic steps in business. There's lots of things to do in business, but one that people don't talk about enough is your social capital.
Yeah.
They have a saying, your network is your net worth. Yes. Both of you have humongous following on Instagram. Both of you are tastemakers. Some would perceive you as influencers because of the amount of following that you have. How important has it been to develop those networks, and not just fans, but actual partnerships along the way?
Absolutely.
Everything. Well, my business, one of my income streams is through network marketing. So for sure, for me, my network is my net worth because I get paid commissions on the success of all these people. So for me, helping people succeed is part of my income, right? So, but also off that, like not network marketing, but through just friends and relationship. I mean, it's all about that. It's who you know, but also the authentic and real relationship. I think people hate fakeness. People like, what I love about this woman is her heart.
Yes.
And people feel it. And you can fake it until you make it for a while, but then you get caught.
Correct.
And
So
the same
true.
thing is on social media.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I'm authentic is because I'm successful on social media is because I say it as it is. I don't say I use olive oil when I'm 49 years old. No, I'm sorry. Don't give me that. It's fine. Guess what? Some touch-up helps. So
Absolutely.
the truth.
Of course they do. They love the truth. That is so true. I love what you just said. You were so genuine. And this is what I love about you, Stefania.
But she's also right about you, Lara, because, and I've said this publicly before, and I'll say it to the day I died. Lara was one of my first friends here.
Yeah.
Because of Lara, my black book in Dubai has opened up. You said to me, hey, let me support you, sis. And that's important.
And she proved it with action.
With action.
All these women, women empowerment, and then you walk away and they're jealous and they talk behind your back. If I'm standing at a table, and the girls begin to gossip about other women, I stand up and leave.
Yes,
I'm the same.
I do not work under those circumstances. Like,
No.
I want to empower, and yes, and if I have a problem, I will tell you. But no,
Yes.
ever. And you prove it with action.
Thank you.
Lara, talk to us about that, because you are out networking a lot.
Yes.
I do.
We look at your page. Sometimes I say to you, girl, aren't your feet hurting?
Don't your
She
feet hurt on
does.
those high heels.
I ask her
From
all the
morning
time.
to evening.
She does. She does.
Because I'm the first one you see me with my flip-flops and then the heels, and then my flip-flops and then the heels. So, babes, I mean, how important has it been for you, and how do you sustain it?
Absolutely. So, like I said earlier, I am born and brought up in Dubai. And I always tell people, please do not refer to me as influencer. I would rather be known as an influential personality. The reason for that being is that I've been here all my life. And the circle of contacts that I've developed over the years, whether it's social or business, are people that I grew up with here in the region. Then I entered into the world of hospitality. Hospitality, I mean, you meet a gazillion people a day. World of television, you even meet more people every day. So those contacts grew. And like you said earlier, your net worth is your network. And my network has grown tremendously over the years. But yes, it's a lot of hard work. It's showing up, being there, supporting your network when they host events. They support you when you host events. And it's a lot of communication. It's a lot of interaction between them on a regular basis, dining, wining, entertaining. So you've got to be very, very active. And it is a lot of hard work.
It is.
Yeah. Say you look always perfect and beautiful.
When she does it.
Oh God, you guys are too kind.
Which is another job.
Oh,
Because
baby.
I have 3 boys and my husband, they get ready in 5 minutes. That's not what it took today.
It's so funny you say that, okay? So I've got to keep it real because my girls are here. So this morning I got up, the nanny wasn't on time, the puppy decided to do the poo-poo.
Oh, no.
My daughter was frustrated and I was thinking, oh my God, I just need to get on set. But that's the reality, isn't it?
Yeah, but look at you. I mean, you look incredible,
Well,
you know?
We pay a good makeup artist. We thank Jess. But let's talk about that juggle, because it is real. There is an expectation for us ladies to turn up with our hair done and our makeup done and to be wearing the heels and the dress to be perfect, and at the same time to close the deal and do the business and be the mum. How are you guys juggling it? How have you? I mean, your boys are beautiful, they're grown, they're successful. How have you done the juggle?
So when I started my business, my boys were only 4, 8, and 12, going through a divorce as well. so they were not emotionally well. So I remember thinking, Stefania, you cannot do it all. You know, you don't have to be perfect. So the house was kind of a mess. I would, give them sandwiches and not cook a perfect meal. But I had to stop feeling guilty. And I read, obviously, some books about it. But what really, really helped me was, okay, don't make your boys your excuse. Make them your why and do it for them.
Oh, stop. That is so
Isn't it amazing?
good.
I've got goosebumps. Seriously,
Don't make
that's
your boys
beautiful.
an excuse. Make them your
Yes.
why.
And I had this picture of this lioness with the three cubs, drinking from the lake, and I put it on my fridge. And every time I wanted to quit, because it's not an easy walk, and especially being a woman, a single woman, people didn't take me serious. And like you said, we need to look beautiful, but sometimes that it's also down, in business, people are like, oh, she's just a Barbie. So I had to prove to be a lady boss as well. And I remember saying, okay, I'm gonna do this for them. Then, of course, once I was okay financially, and I could put them back into private schools and all that, of course, my why developed in different things. But I really used them to push me not to quit.
I love that. I love that.
Beautiful.
Isn't it, Jazz?
It
What about
is.
for you, Lara, those moments?
Well, basically, I'm a very hands-on mom, as you know.
You are hands-on. You know how hands-on this lady is? There was a day I called Lara. I was like, baby, what are you doing? She's like, I'm painting. I said, you're doing what? She said, I'm painting. And then 2 days later, she came downstairs. Tuk, 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 tuk. I was like, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you. Yeah,
Thank
you are hands-on.
Thanks, my love. I am hands-on. I mean, I gave birth to them, not to give them to someone else to look after them. They're my babies, and I want to be there for them through thick and thin. So I drop to school, I pick up, I do homework. My condition to every employer that I ever worked with, my working hours would be 7 to 2 because I get to drop off, pick up, and do homework every day. I spent a lot of time with them. I took 2 years sabbatical when they were born. I spent some good quality time with them until they were able to express and talk and walk and do things on their own. And today they're, pursuing their career paths, and I'm able to pursue the activities and the career paths that I want to get involved in. So
I love that. What advice would you both give women who are maybe not where you are right now? Maybe they are just got divorced. I've been through that as a divorcee. It's super tough. Maybe they are just thinking, how do I embark on a new career? And everybody's telling me no. Take yourself back and speak to that woman for a moment. What advice would you give her?
I'd say don't let anything stand in your way. I mean, if your kids are young and you want to pursue your dreams, get some help. We're lucky. We live in a place like Dubai. There's so much reliable help from different nationalities. Fly your mother over from your home country. Let her sit with your kids while you can still spend time with your kids, but, follow your career paths. Have a passion, have a calling, have a vision. Do whatever it takes to make those dreams come true, and never surrender. Never keep your dreams on hold, because there's no better day to start your dream than today.
Never keep your dreams
On hold.
Yes.
Never, ever.
Never. And postponing is a huge problem, because people say, I'm waiting for the right time. There is never the perfect time.
Yes.
This is why I was saying, forgive yourself. Don't try to make it all perfect. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I always teach everyone, because I'm also coaching women, get immediately help. Because you know what? Your time of cleaning, you can pursue something else and make it worth so much more.
I say this, I want to interject, because I think I give women this calculation.
Yes.
I say, what is your day rate? And of course, depending on where you are in your career, your day rate will differ. For some people, it's 100,000. For some, it's 1 million. For some, it's 10,000. For some, it's 1,000, right? It'll be different. But I always say, do a calculation. What is your day rate? Then divide that by the hours in the day. If you spend 4 hours cleaning, how much money are you wasting?
So true.
Cooking
Cooking, girl, don't get me started about the cooking.
Yeah. If you love cooking and it relaxes you and you can afford it, fine. But I couldn't afford to cook because I had to create, income.
Of course.
I had to work.
Yes.
So it's very important that women understand we all have hidden talents. We are multitaskers, like women. Come on, I have 3 boys. You have boys as well. Oh my God, if they do one thing, they cannot do another one. We can.
It's true.
Yesterday I was doing Christmas candles with my nephew, because my brother is here. I was doing, and then at the same time, I was on a phone call for business. Then my assistant comes in, gets email. We can do so many things at the same time. When I was broke, sometimes, I would do the laundry, but I would be on my phone. I would maximize my time. And also, I think it's also very important between women is that I always created a community of girls that supported and empower each other. So if I couldn't do something, she would take my boy, or in Italy they steal your handbags. So if I would be at events and with my new Birkin, because the first one I made, I bought myself a Birkin. Before I bought real estate, I'm like, I deserve a nice bag.
Absolutely.
And they would keep my bag, and they were like, oh, this is a baby from Stefania. And we support each other.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So get help.
Yes. I want to speak about that a little bit more, because we alluded to it in the beginning, me telling you that Lara was my first support here. How do you cultivate that community? I mean, we talk about this all the time, don't we, darling? How do you cultivate that community, especially for a woman who maybe is not an extrovert? The three of us have got big personalities, right?
True.
We walk into a room and hello. Totally. If somebody is not that way, what advice would you give to that woman?
So for me, obviously being an extrovert, but I'm grateful that I have a husband that is a complete introvert. I know exactly how to get them to come out slowly. So first of all, I believe introverts, they're analyzed very much and they are actually very credible. So I tell them, look, sometimes I talk before I think, and it's not good. You instead are analyzing the room, and slowly I let them talk, but not too much. You need to make them feel comfortable, and you need to build trust with them.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it's just personality, and sometimes they feel they're not good enough.
Yeah.
So I believe in them before they believe in themselves.
Yes.
That's very wise. Very, very wise.
I love what you just said, because also what everybody needs to know is, what is your superpower?
Yeah.
So I know my superpower, right? I know you know yours. I call her the networking queen.
Oh
right?
my God.
She has that connector superpower.
Yes.
Some
Thank you,
people
my
have
love.
that.
Yes.
They're able to connect people. I can tell already that your superpower is that you can go in a room and you can motivate anybody.
Yes.
So you've got to know your superpower,
Yes.
right? Let's go a little bit in a different direction. I want to talk about us as women and getting older. Okay? I want to talk about what I'm going through. So transparent. I'm going 46, and I'm going through what I like to call the transition, in that I can see 50 coming, but I still in my mind think I'm 21.
Yeah.
I think we're all going through the same transition. I can so relate. Oh my God. It's like she's talking about me. Yeah.
In my mind, I'm 21.
Oh God.
But obviously 50's coming.
Yeah.
I want to know, for me first, and also for all the audience, how are you guys helping yourself to transition into being a mature woman and being okay with what tomorrow brings? Can I start with you, babe?
Sure. I'm just trying to keep on top of things physically, emotionally, mentally, looking into my mental well-being, like doing more yoga, more meditations, more prayers, being more laser focused, trying to look into my health as well, and just trying to stay on top of my career and just basically getting more involved in basically representing more luxury brands from different parts of Europe, organizing more events here in Dubai, getting more active. I think that helps you.
So you're not withdrawing, you're stepping more in. Yeah, I thought you would say that.
I need it. It's my nature. I need to be busy. I'm the kind of person, I'm working 7 days a week, Kubi. I don't take a day off.
Me too.
Because if I did take a day off, I think I'd go insane. For me, it's really important and healthy.
And also
to
keeps
keep
us
busy.
young.
Yes, it does. It does.
What I started to do when I fell in the summer holidays 2 years ago, I fell from one of those scooters, Italian scooters, and I got hurt a little bit, and I was really moving around like a grandmother because my ribs were hurting, my bones.
So sorry.
And I realized that one day, if I don't start to really do something, I will be that way. And I started to look at all those videos, of a 8-year-old who worked out and who took care of herself, biohacking herself, than to somebody who never did. And so it's been now more than a year that I'm, started to do strength lifting and, watching out more about my food. I mean, don't take me wrong. I love sweets and I still eat my carbs once in a while, but I really start to really look at my food and obviously just, treatments to really look after my well-being. Having said that as well, I always said, well, I wish I had this brain and wallet when I was 20, but obviously that doesn't work. But on the other hand, I appreciate getting older because I feel much more wise, much more self-confident. I feel I can be much more of an inspiration to younger girls. And having my boys now all grown up. I mean, one studies in Malibu at Pepperdine, the other one lives in Portugal already working. One is still here in Dubai, but he's only one. So for me, and he's a grown up, I have so much free time now. Because before, like you, I was also on top of a mom. You know, I was there for my boys. What's the point to have children if you
are not there?
You know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love what you have said, because one of the things that I've been telling myself is that actually at this age, it's now time to think about giving back.
Yeah.
Right. My thinking right now is less about what am I doing for me and how do I get it for me, and it's much more. I say success is succession.
Yeah, I love that.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna steal this for my
Steal
coaching.
it, baby.
Oh
Steal
my
it.
God.
Steal it. Success is
By
succession.
Kubi Springer.
Yeah, thank you. Look, I love you.
I'm gonna have to quote you.
Of course.
I think I should trademark it. So like, okay, baby.
I think you should.
I should. But no, I think it's so important, because when you get to the middle, which is where we are, we're at the middle, right? We're not old, but we're not young. We're at the middle. Now it's time to say, okay, I've learned enough. What am I giving back?
Yeah.
And success can't just be another Birkin bag, another pair of
No.
shoes.
No.
It has
Oh
to be
my goodness.
more.
You know, I know it sounds like a cliche, but let's be honest, money don't buy you happiness.
No.
Absolutely.
Like
I
we
couldn't
know
agree
so
more.
many people here in Dubai that have so much money, but they aren't.
Yeah, but it provides you opportunity.
Yes.
Yes.
And it has
Opportunity.
choice.
Yes.
Yes.
And it helps
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
But to me, what really makes a difference is to see other people success stories where I've been part directly or indirectly.
Beautiful.
You know, it's like you know when people say, okay, when you're about to pass away, what are your thoughts? And the biggest thought is what have I done in the relationship? What have I left? What is my legacy? And we can do that even through charities. I know you're very involved into charities. I have also big charities. And for me, also that is acting upon leaving something.
I love that. I love that. My last question, because I'm conscious I can't keep you here all day, even though I'd want to. You touched on legacy.
Yes.
What would be your legacy? What would be your brand legacy?
Do you want to start this, Stefania?
I'm trying to think because I don't want to sound arrogant.
Yeah, me neither.
No, come on. Would a man sit here and say, I don't want to sound arrogant? No.
That is so true. But I want to look. I have already 1.5 million people in my team, and you know some of them consider me their mom, the young one, some their queen, which is crazy. But I want to keep on doing what I'm doing, just to the next level, better and better and better, and just impact and change lives one at a time, but really change more lives, because that's what's the purpose. Once you achieve the material things, the purpose is what is making really difference. But I don't want to sound too much, I'm this, I'm that, but yeah, you can find
That's
out.
beautiful.
lives.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And Google me.
Yeah.
She said, you
I
can
like
find
that.
out.
And Google me.
That is because, you know, I like it when somebody says it about me, but if I'm like here, I'm this, I'm that. But yeah, changing more lives.
Changing more lives.
I changed
love
views
that.
already, changing a bit more.
I love that. I love that.
I would like to continue empowering women. As you know, I've got my weekly events at Bite Me and DIFC, where we gather women from different walks of life. Stefania was speaking there
Yes.
2 weeks ago. It was such a pleasure to have her there.
Thank you for
I'd-
inviting me.
No, it's a pleasure, and I'd love to have you there
We've
because
been
I've.
talking about it, haven't we?
Yeah,
Let's
we
make
need
it
to have
happen.
you
need
there.
to go when you call her.
Oh
I
yes,
want to hear the whole-
100%.
Yes.
We're gonna have a full house when Kubi's
Yes.
there.
Oh,
So yeah, you're a role model for many women, not only in the region but around the world, Kubi. So this would mean a lot for us. So continue empowering women through my networking events, and continue inspiring women and men from different parts of the world, and connecting. Just
Yes.
like you said, networking queen, connecting queen. Just continue doing that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No,
for
thank
coming
you.
on.
Thank you,
so
Kubi.
much.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I don't know about you, but I feel completely full by this episode. I could actually listen to these ladies again and again and again and again. Oh, so good. We've got more coming up. I'll see you next time.
This podcast was hosted by brand marketing expert Kubi Springer and produced by AVANTGARDE Brand Experiences and Skypool.